Hello, welcome to Create Together. My name is Marie and I'm an educator at Crystal Bridges. For today's project, we're going to explore fibers and create a memorial tapestry. We'll start off by looking at a work in the Crafting America exhibition and get inspired to create our own artwork. So gather around and get ready to start your own collaborative studio. Look closely at this artwork. What do you think it's made out of? What items can you see? Ebony Patterson was inspired by memorials to create this piece. A memorial is something that reminds people of a person that is no longer with us or an event in the past. Can you think of a person or event you would like to memorialize? Why would this memorial be important to you? What colors, objects, or shapes remind you of this person or event? The title of this work is Bugs, Reptile, Fruit, and Bush, for those who bear witness. The items listed in this title are included in the work. Also included are a pair of hands, a horse head, beads, flowers, and many other objects. What do you think these objects might represent? What is their significance? This work features both handmade and found objects, which become meaningful when placed together. Today, I'll be showing you how to weave a memorial tapestry to remember a person or event.
You can pause this video or scroll back to any step if you need to.
Find these materials in your kit: looms, twine, yarn, pony beads, fabric strips, dowel rods. Find these materials at home: scissors and personal items. Think of who or what you want to memorialize. Talk with your group about why this person or event is important to you. Then find items in your home that you could recycle to use in your memorial. Do you have a shirt that this person wore or a small memento? Now you can begin your tapestry. A tapestry is a woven fabric with designs or images that often hangs on a wall. String one continuous piece of twine in and around the notches of your loom. This creates vertical lines called a warp. Be careful to only create these vertical lines on one side of the loom, otherwise it will be difficult to take off. Next, gather your yarn and fabric strips. Add one strip of these materials by going over a warp thread and then under, then over and so on until you get to the end of the row. Gently pull the rest of your strip through and cut to leave an inch or more of material hanging on either side. Continue weaving. If your last weave was over, then start with under, or vice versa. This will create a pattern of horizontal lines called the weft. Using fabric strips is easier and faster, while yarn is more challenging. You can use either or both to create your tapestry. If you want to include shirts or other fabrics from home, cut the material into half-inch strips, then weave them into your tapestry, continuing to alternate under and over the warp. If you like, string beads onto the yarn for decoration. You can also take small personal items and tie them to the warp using twine or yarn. Depending on the object, you can also pin or hook it onto the warp. Continue to weave above these items, incorporating them into your tapestry. Then, cut and tie the bottom loops together. This will create a kind of fringe at the bottom of your tapestry. You can use the scissors to trim as needed. When you are finished weaving, slide your twine loops off the top of the loom and onto the dowel rod. Do one loop at a time. Take an extra piece of yarn or fabric to tie to either side of the dowel rod. This creates a loop to hang your work. Find a place to display your memorial tapestries in your home. Now that you've completed your memorial tapestry, ask your group about their work. What is significant about the items they've included? To further explore this project, try experimenting with the materials you use. What would it look like if you colored your fabric strips with watercolor? Take a photo or video of your work and post it on social media using the hashtag #CreateTogetherKit. Thanks so much for joining me and enjoy exploring. If you want to see more artwork that are memorials, take a look at David Esterly's sculpture. A collection of carved wooden objects hang on a letter rack. Each of these objects references and honors the life of Dr. Neil Compton, an Arkansas physician and environmentalist. What can you guess about Dr. Compton based on this image? How is this memorial different from Ebony Patterson's artwork? Talk about these questions with your group and continue to explore crafting.